Hello folks, welcome to another episode of my YouTube vlog, TPL, aka The People's Lima. It's hosted by me, the straight up certified me, Eric Lima, the man born and bred in the 70s, raised in May in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, stood tall in the 2000s, and still standing my ground in today's present time. While I talk about what's up, what's down, what's all around town in my life, and in my favorite things of entertainment, while I bring the heart and soul, the 3 L's and the 3 E's to all of you. The 3 L's, life, love, and laughter. The 3 E's, education, encouragement, and entertainment. And you're watching episode 907. You know, I want to get down to the brass tacks here. You know, in the 80s, they had big debates of simple things, which is better. You had your Nintendo versus Sega. You had your Coca-Cola versus Pepsi. But, what was it? People saying, okay, what about the toys? What about, stuff like that? Well, there's cartoons and toys, which is better. This one is is for both cartoons and toys for boys. Transformers or GoBots. Now, a lot, I think a friend of mine, Joey Palatroni, he has his own Mixlr.com podcast. He talks about, him and his friend were debating. His friend debating that GoBots are better, and my friend Joey says no. Transformers are better. Now, I like both GoBots and Transformers. I like the Generation 1 complete original series, and I have this, and also I got the complete original series of GoBots right here. See, okay. Now, all of you are wondering. All of you wonder which is better. I say Transformers has a slight advantage over the GoBots, and I will tell you why. 1. The combiner robots. GoBots only had one combiner robot, and it's Puzzler. Transformers has, let's see, the Decepticons got more than Autobots, obviously. You got, on Decepticon side, Devastator, Bruticus, Menasor, Abominus, and Predaking. That's 5. The Autobots only had 3 robot combiners. Superion, Defensor, and Computron. And this is from the G1 version, alright? And I wish they made more, that way to make it even with the Decepticons. And, and how about the Transformers? They don't have a female robot villain with them. But the Autobots have RC and Alita 1. So you got that. But but the Transformers do have another slight advantage over the GoBots. Is their franchise expanded from today. GoBots was back in the 80s, but I still like watching GoBots and Transformers. So I've always like sometimes you want to get in the mood of which one you want. What do I want to watch today? I got a good big screen TV, and I got high You can have high def with the HDMI cables and all. Like, well, which one do I want to watch today? I don't know. Do I want to watch GoBots or do I want to watch Transformers? Transformers, GoBots. GoBots, Transformers. It's a silly, it may be silly, but like, what do I like? GoBots or Transformers? Hey, heck, watch both of them, for goodness sakes. That's what I do. That's why I bought both of them. I bought both the series of GoBots and I got Transformers. And yeah, it's unbelievable, right? 15 DVD sets and it's wow. You got who is my favorite GoBot? All right, you got the Guardians versus Renegades. My favorite Renegade obviously is Crasher, and the Crasher, Jeeper Creeper, and Tux are my favorite Renegades. From the GoBot leaders, from the GoBots, I would say Leader 1. Let's see, who else? Wow. I gotta watch more GoBots. Leader 1, Scooter, and oh boy, it's a tough one. In Turbo, I think the 3 main Guardians, those 3. are my favorites. Like I said, my favorite Renegades are Crasher, Jeeper, Creeper, and Tux. So, you know, but my favorite Transformers. Okay, I remember my first Transformer I got for Christmas. It was one of my father's former coworkers when I was a little kid, and I think it was our first Christmas together back. And one of my father's former coworkers gave me Transformers Prowl. So Prowl was one of my favorite Autobots. Rodimus Prime was another. Blaster was one of my favorites. Decepticon side, I would have to go with Soundwave. I like the name Thundercracker as the one of the plain Decepticon. Thundercracker, because I thought the name was cool. And I would say Bruticus. My favorites. I also like Grimlock. I also like Grimlock. Grimlock, I'm a big Grimlock fan. Hot Rod, aka Rodimus Prime. And my favorite combiner is obviously Bruticus, because I think Bruticus had the coolest one, Combaticon. So it was really cool. And I think the Autobots made up for the lack of combiner robots with Omega Supreme and Metroplex. So it's, I also like Metroplex, one of my favorite Autobots too. Wow. Yeah, so it's a difficult decision to make. I give Transformers the slight edge over. I give Transformers a slight edge over GoBots for longevity. With the franchise now still going on today, and with the movies and all, and with the movies and all and whatnot, and well, I bought a couple more DVDs. Just give me a second here. Just yeah. I found one of the DVDs that I saw. After Lethal Weapon 4 came out. After Lethal Weapon 4 came out, I figured, hey, excuse me, sorry about that. This is the movie that's like, this one, Gone Fishing. I thought it was pretty funny between the two of them, and just and it's a really funny movie. It's a good movie. It's fun. I picked this up, Baywatch with The Rock. I think I did show this. I think on the previous episodes, in the man cave. So I forgot about that. So I apologize. So this is what I got again, and I just got this today. Super Mario World Nintendo Power from Games to Gold, and it's pretty cool. It has the Final Fight series in it. Well, the only thing that sucks about the Final Fight, not the Final Fight 1, is they only had Cody and Haggard, didn't have Guy in it. So if you're a Guy fan, you'll be disappointed. But however, Super Mario World, and this is what I got. So I don't know if I'm going to get the Super NES Mini Classic again today. Again, it doesn't come out till September 29th. So it's a long ways away, but still, I highly doubt I'll get mine right away. I'll be lucky. If I get mine, I'll be shocked. If I get mine, I'll let y'all know. But I highly doubt it, though. I really highly doubt it. And it is a debate. Well, a mental debate going on in my head whether or not I want to buy it. That's oh man. So yeah, end of August thoughts, huh? It's the last day of August. What am I thinking right now? Not much. Not much. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's been a lot going on and all that, and I'm trying to move on from the drama that's been going on here on YouTube, and which isn't easy, but you know what? Nobody makes things easy for me, and you know what? That's the way life is, you want to move on, and some people refuse to listen. I know what it's like, There's a lot of situations that I want to move on from. It's like something I couldn't let go, like my ex-crush thing, sometimes in the back of my, it's like in the back burner of my mind, and if I think about it, it'll come out, and just, and I try to be careful, when it comes to my ex-crush, I got to be very, very careful what I say, I'm not, like I said, I don't berate anybody, or try not to. When it comes to my ex-crush, I learn from the situation, like Lion King, I think I said this a couple episodes ago, that, you can't run from your past, but you can learn from it. And I've always liked to learn from my mistakes in the past. That way, if people or when my shoes, like if they fall in love with a girl or something like that, and they obsess after somebody, I say, hey, wait a minute, you're gonna make a mistake. You're making a big, huge mistake, and you know what? And if you don't stop this, you're gonna make the same mistake. A guy did, and I don't want anybody making the same mistake I made. Look, if I was a parent and raised up my own child, which I'm not, obviously. If I had a kid, and he or she grows up and likes somebody, I would say, hey, listen, I've been in your shoes, and I've been your age. I was your age when this happened. You need to slow it down and be careful, and and be respectful. That would be my advice: is be respectful to the other person. If you have a crush on someone, you gotta be respectful towards that person. And that means, and that's why I get kind of scared if I have a crush on somebody, and it's like, okay, I don't want to get too obsessed after that person. I don't want to make the same mistake. So it's like, okay, gotta relax. Gotta have a good, clear mind, clear thoughts. Think good things, think pure thoughts, and think you'll be all right. So, yeah, it's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on this year. The summer has been quite interesting, and we're talking about the final day of August. September's coming up. Before you know it, Halloween will be here. Thanksgiving will be here. Christmas will be here. The winter is going to be here. All the snow, all the crap, and I'm still debating whether or not I should get out of this job and find a new one. And that's the it's been a tough road. It has been tough here. It has been tough for the last 7 years, and ever since I got the internet, and especially when we had to deal with all the tomfoolery and the bull honky on here, especially here on YouTube, it's been a little tougher. But I had to stay strong mentally and to stand my ground and stick to my beliefs and be respectful, and not resort to any swearing or name calling or being immature about every situation. And people call me names, and I'm like this the whole time. Does that even bother me? Sometimes name calling and screaming and yelling and ranting and raving doesn't work all that well. So that's why I always like to give myself philosophical thoughts on things, and just take it as it is. Just say, hey, what you're doing is wrong. You're annoying me. I'm not going to talk to anybody about the drama anymore. I'm just going to move on with my life and just have some fun. Like I want to talk about fun things, like whether or not I like Transformers or GoBots. It doesn't matter to me, or whether or not The Rock is really funny in this movie. Or should I pay? Should I read excerpts from the Nintendo Power Super Mario World book? And whether or not I should watch some antics of Viva La Bam. You talk about a couple of players that passed away. That would be Don Vito and Ryan Dunn, which rest in peace for those two guys. Even though now, don't get me started with Don Vito. I know what he's gone through and all that, but you know what? They're people. They make mistakes. They're human beings. That's one problem with a lot of people think that celebrities are human beings. They make mistakes. They're just they go through some of the same things we go through sometimes. We may not relate to them a lot in different situations with them, but you know what? They've been put on a bigger pedestal than ever before. So that's going to be a big thing. So, and that's what we need to be careful and be respectful towards the celebrities as well. No matter what they believe in and what they go through. I get some more DVDs here, and it's like whether or not I want to watch some Spice World, see the Spice Girls, or yep, I like the Spice Girls. Okay, yeah, I like the Spice Girls. I know I talked about them in one episode, and pretty gorgeous. Ginger and Posh are my favorites. All right, Pink Panther and Friends. Ant and Aardvark. I always liked Anthony Aardvark. John Biner. Hurry Ant, it's lunchtime. Hurry Ant, hurry Ant, hurry Ant. I like him. And Three Stooges cartoon. I have every single Three Stooges cartoon. He-Man, She-Ra Christmas special. Yep. This was my and I found this at Best Buy, 2005. We're talking 12 years ago. Okay, I think I got out of work, and I think it was during the winter time. I believe it was January. I think it was. It was a slow day. It was a slow day at Ruby Tuesday, Dartmouth, when Dartmouth was when Ruby Tuesday in Dartmouth was kind of business booming, and I think it was an early day for me. I got out of work and I said, I want to go to Best Buy. And went to Best Buy, discovered this bad boy. I'm like, yeah, I'll get this. And it's August, I know. We're talking about Christmas DVDs in August. Eric, you nutcase lunatic. Yeah, I'm a little bit crazy, you know. So I found this. I'm like, hey, childhood complete, you know. You know, it's right up there with the standard playing cards from Zare I bought on eBay. This is right up there, childhood. If I have this and those playing cards, boom, childhood complete. And I do have Bugs Bunny and Looney Christmas Tales, and yep, still in there. And I got Michael Jackson's Thriller. I got it on DVD too, so I got that base covered. You know, I think it's the only horror movie thing close to a horror movie I watched. This thing. Now, I'm not big into horror movies. I'm not a horror movie fan by any stretch of the imagination, and I hate vampire movies, especially From Dusk Till Dawn. All the hot chicks in that series, in that whole thing, in that whole movie trilogy, all get bitten and die, or turn to vampires. And it's like, oh, girl's attractive, and all of a sudden she bares her fangs and goes, you know. Not for me, thank you. Not for me, thank you. And speaking of vampires, Darkstalkers, the cartoon only lasted 13 episodes, and yeah, and I think they made the characters a little bit more goofier and funny, you know, and they had to call on Ship to bail them out of situations instead, so which is pretty funny. So yep, and oh yes, my beloved New England Patriots, Super Bowl champions. You can see their entire. So that's yep, Super Bowl champs. This is the highlights of this, and it never gets old. So it's well, my goodness. So let's see what else. What else do I want to talk about here? What else do I want to talk about? That's it, maybe. Yeah, that's it. That's all the time we have. I didn't think I need new drawers or something to fit all these other DVDs in, man. You know, more need a little small DVD shelf, maybe. I don't know. It's just over here. You know, if I, yeah, no. Oh well, whatever. Well, that's all the time we have on the show. Use your heads, don't do stupid things. Remember, coolness, see as a happy person. Remember to please love and respect one another. And if you're having a bad day, grab a pad, grab a pen, tell that bad day. They just made the list. Episode 907 complete. End of August thoughts. Just random end of August thoughts of 2017. And that's it. Well, if you excuse me, I got to put all these away. See ya. Have a good night, guys.